Hey guys, Evely1 here. I'm gonna do a quick. Wow, my camera's really messed up right now. Anyways, I'm gonna do a quick review on a gun that I've actually shot the whole season. I didn't shoot my Lux. I'll explain why in a second. But the gun I was shooting was the Die-NT, the original one, the 2010 one, the one that just came out. Um, I picked it up. I traded it for an Ego 10, which kind of seemed right because I didn't think I needed an extra Ego around. So I got rid of that. So when I picked it up, I had a couple of problems. One, the boring on the barrel, it was all worn out or kind of bored out or whatever. So the balls were rolling inside the barrel and breaking, or they would just shoot off into another area. Like I was sending it like way out. So I had to pick up a new barrel. So I picked up the boomstick. Actually, the best barrel back I probably I've bought so far. I haven't had any complaints with it. The barrel, no barrel breaks. It's nice. I like it. It looks pretty sexy. Actually, I think it looks actually really sexy on the gun. I didn't buy a tip. I wasn't spending an extra $60 to get a tip, and you can't even get the red because the closest you get to this red is the stupid maroon color that you get. I think like one of the NTs that originally came out had like like a maroon color. You couldn't get even close. So yeah, another problem was my FPS was bouncing up and down and around, and it got really annoying after a while. So I had to see what was going on there. So I pulled the reg apart, and there was one O-ring that was just chewed. So I had to change that, and it fixed everything. I was kind of happy. Didn't have to go into detail because I know the people saying, "Oh, once your NT goes down, it's like it takes forever to get to work again." No, it's just one little bitty O-ring, done, good to go again. Another problem is the board. I know, spending money galore on a gun that I shouldn't probably even spend money on. The board wouldn't come out of semi. I couldn't get it to go anywhere. Like, I was so mad at it. So I had to buy a new board. So I thought about Virtue, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to go with Virtue because of their stupid lighting system where green light means this, blue light means that, this means that, and that means. I couldn't stand that shit. It bothers me to know. And I had a G3, man. I got rid of that faster than I owned any other gun. Um, I had the Virtue board in it, and I couldn't understand it for my life. I was like freaking pissed right off. So, anyways, I got rid of that real quick. So now I have. So my buddy's like, "Oh, you just do the OLED board." I'm like, "Oh, what size?" Like, it has a miniature screen, and I'm like, "Sick! I'll get that." So now I have the OLED board in, which is pretty sick. It's pretty easy to set up. Tap of the trigger. Done. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Even semi now. Do I? Yeah, semi. And so I got that. So now the gun's perfect. The reason why I didn't shoot my Lux because the Lux hates the rain, and we almost played in the rain every event, and I just couldn't stand it. And if it got too hot out, which it did once, it would get all gummed up, and then it wouldn't shoot. So I said, okay, instead of screwing around with my Lux, I'm just gonna shoot this. And the problem is if you got to run up and gun someone down with a Lux, it's like running with a sniper. It was like, oh god, it's terrible. Like, shooting, and if you got a wrap, if somebody's gonna bunker you and you got a wrap to shoot them, you can't wrap with a Lux. It's like, no dice. This is nice and tight. Like, shoot. Oh, snap. Gotta get them. It's just nice and easy. You're out there. You're like, nice. I liked it. So I switched to this because the grip frame is tight, where the sniper rifle or the overpriced Tippmann 98 Custom I have, it's like, oh, yeah, shoot. It's not fun. But the one thing I do like about the Lux, I have to say, is their trigger. The trigger, the Featherlight, or whatever you want to call it. It's so nice. But, oh well, whatever. I went to this, and I'm not going to go back for a while. Yeah, I do have an Ego as well, but I just couldn't go back to the Ego because Papa Velvet's not smooth enough. Sure, it's probably the best gun you'll ever have that won't break down every 5 minutes, but I don't know. I haven't had any problems with my NT. I've kept it up. It's not too hard to keep maintenance. So it's nice. Another thing is the air efficiency. I was gonna say fuel efficiency. I'm like, shh. Okay, there. So my air efficiency was on this gun is intense. I can shoot 5 pods a match, and it's still have 3,000 psi in the tank. Where if I shoot 5 pods on my Lux, I'll be spitting and sputtering right to the pits. So I was like, oh god. So I was kind of happy there. So I'm like, okay, so I can shoot this more. If I have to double shift, I won't have to air up. I can just switch out pod packs and I can keep going, which is nice. So that's what I did. What else was I going to say? Yeah. I heard the MacDev clone or MacDev clone is similar to the smoothness as a Lux, but it's tighter. Anybody own one? Anybody want to give me some insight on this gun? I kind of want to know what's so good about it. Any MacDev, like I don't know, the Droid or Drone or whatever it is. I didn't read up on them yet, but I've just heard word of mouth. People say they're pretty good. And I know the GR6 has the best air efficiency, but I don't like Bob Long. I'm not. I shot the Victory. I hated it. I got rid of it fast too. I just didn't want it. I know I'm spinning back and forth like a retard, but I'm hyper, and it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, and yeah. One of the reasons I don't have any shooting videos right now of this gun is because it is minus like 20 out right now and windy, and paint doesn't go through a gun at minus 20. It goes through, but like soup. So that's one of the reasons, yeah. So subscribe, comment, tell me about the clone if I should get one. I'll pick it up if it's worth it. Also, if anybody has a new DM12, tell me about it. I want to know. Okay. Thanks, guys. Subscribe, comment once again, Evely1. If you want to have any more reviews, I got tons of stuff I can review, even electronics, whatever you want. I think I'm going to put a review up on the headphones. I have the Dr. Dre Beats and the Pros. I'm going to tell you what the pros and cons of those two things are. I'll let you know about that. I have iPhone review, how durable they are, and how easy the glass gets stuck in your finger. Long story, stupid story, but yeah. Okay, so subscribe on this one, rate and subscribe, and comment, and I'll put more videos up. All right, thanks, guys.